The world is full of the scariest locations you would never want to visit, such as Snake Island, which is home to deadly snakes, and a ghost village in Ukraine. So, in this video, we will talk about 15 most mysterious places on Earth. Number 15, Nagoro, Japan. Nagoro is a small Japanese village with one unique feature, a life-sized doll population that outnumbers the human population by roughly 10 to 1. Tsukimi Ayano, a local, created the toy people after her neighbors passed away or moved away. The uncanny doppelgangers may be observed in a variety of locations around town, including fishermen lounging on the riverbank, students filling full classrooms, and elderly couples resting on benches outside buildings. Nagoro presently has over 350 dolls and 27 breathing individuals. The youngest is above the age of 50, making it a quirky and sometimes terrifying toy. Number 14, Hill of Crosses. The Hill of Crosses, located near Šiauliai, Lithuania, is a profound symbol of faith, resilience, and national identity. This sacred site features over 100,000 crosses, crucifixes, statues, and rosaries, left by pilgrims and visitors. Its origins date back to the 19th century, with crosses first placed to honor the dead and symbolize hope during periods of oppression. Despite Soviet attempts to destroy it, the hill was repeatedly rebuilt by locals, solidifying its status as a powerful emblem of spiritual resistance. Today, the Hill of Crosses is not only a pilgrimage site but also a significant cultural and historical landmark, attracting visitors worldwide who are moved by its haunting beauty and profound symbolism. Number 13, Gomantong Caves, Malaysia. The Gomantong Caves in Malaysia are true geological wonders, with limestone walls reaching up to 300 feet in some places, but tourists frequently depart recalling one of the most awful wildlife experiences they've ever had. First and foremost, Gomantong is home to nearly 2 million bats, resulting in unimaginably thick quantities of guano, also known as bat poop, on the ground. Don't even think of slipping because the railings are as dirty as the floor. If you make it past the river of bat droppings, you'll come upon several million Malaysian cockroaches crawling around. Cockroaches will be found wherever there is guano, which is everywhere. Finally, if you can get over the bat odors and cockroaches crawling up your legs, you may come across snakes, scorpions, freshwater crabs, and the fabled huge Scutidra centipedes, poisonous animals that are at least 3 inches long. Number 12, Mount Huashan, China. Mount Huashan, located in Shaanxi Province, China, is renowned as one of the world's most dangerous hiking trails. Famous for its perilous plank walk, visitors traverse narrow wooden planks bolted to sheer cliffs, with only a safety harness preventing a fatal fall. At heights exceeding 7,000 feet, 2,154 meters, one misstep could mean disaster. The mountain is also home to steep staircases, vertical ascents, and dizzying drops. Despite its dangers, Mount Huashan draws adventurers seeking the thrill of conquering its heights and visiting the sacred Taoist temples nestled on its peaks. The breathtaking views and the spiritual significance of the mountain make the nerve-wracking journey an unforgettable experience. Number 11, Kawan Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. The Kawan Ijen volcano in Indonesia is both dangerous and gorgeous. The Java Peak has unusually high levels of sulfuric gases, which reach temperatures of more than 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit and ignite when they seep through fractures and come into contact with air. The gases sometimes condense into liquid sulfur, which turns unearthly blue and flows down the volcano like lava. Amazing. While the dazzling lights are only visible in the dark, Kawan Ijen sulfur burns at all times. As a result, the surrounding air contains sulfur dioxide, and the adjacent crater lake has become green due to hydrochloric acid saturation. Number 10, Hanging Coffins, Philippines. If you wish to visit the dead in Sagada, look up, not down. The residents of this part of the Philippines are famed for burying their deceased in coffins fastened to the sides of cliffs, much like an aerial cross-section of a typical cemetery. The practice dates back thousands of years, carve your own coffin, die, and be lifted up beside your relatives. Many of the cliffside coffins are hundreds of years old and each looks unique, as if they were custom-made for the person who now rests inside. Number 9. Spotted Lake. Spotted Lake, located near Osuyus, British Columbia, is a unique natural wonder known for its striking spotted appearance during summer. Rich in minerals like magnesium sulfate, calcium, and sodium sulfates, the lake forms distinct pools as water evaporates, creating vibrant spots in shades of blue, green, and yellow. Sacred to the Syilx, Okanagan, First Nations, it's believed to possess healing properties and holds cultural significance. The lake is protected, with visitors restricted from walking on its surface, but observation points allow for stunning views. Spotted Lake stands as both a geological marvel and a symbol of cultural heritage. Number 8. The North Yungas Road. The North Yungas Road, which winds through the Amazon jungle at an elevation of almost 15,000 feet, is a perilous route from La Paz to Coroico, Bolivia. It is easy to understand why this 50-mile section of highway has been nicknamed the Death Road when you take into account the terrifying height, as well as the 12-foot wide single-lane, absence of guardrails, and poor visibility from fog and rain. Although there used to be between 200 and 300 fatalities each year on the North Yungas Road, it is now more of a destination for daring mountain bikers than a road for cars. Number 7. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Because of its successful coal mines, Centralia, Pennsylvania, was a charming yet busy town from the late 1800s until the 1960s. However, the linking tunnels allowed the flames to spread below after a mine inexplicably caught fire in 1962. Despite being aware of the situation, the residents weren't particularly alarmed until a few years later, when a young boy almost fell into a 150-foot deep sinkhole in his backyard in 1981 and a gas station owner reported unusually high gasoline temperatures in his underground tanks in 1979. Since such upsetting incidents, the town's population has drastically declined. Only 4 people still live in Centralia as of 2021, yet when you arrive, it feels like a whole ghost town. Numerous buildings have been demolished, the sidewalks have crumbled, and Route 61 is cracked and covered with graffiti if you ever find yourself in the abandoned city. You can occasionally see smoke rising from the underground fires, which scientists predict will burn for another 250 years, in case you forgot why the town is abandoned. Number 6. Bran Castle. Bran Castle, located in Transylvania, Romania, is famously linked to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Perched on a rocky hill, the 14th-century fortress overlooks the scenic Carpathian Mountains. Originally built as a strategic military stronghold, it later became a royal residence for Queen Marie of Romania. Although there's no evidence that Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Dracula, lived there, the castle's Gothic architecture, narrow corridors, and eerie ambience fuel its legendary status. Today, Bran Castle serves as a popular tourist attraction and museum, showcasing historical artifacts, royal memorabilia, and exhibits about the Dracula myth. It blends history, mystery, and folklore. Number 5. Christ of the Abyss, Italy. The original Jesus statue is situated in the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of San Frutuoso, Italy, but similar statues may be found all over the ocean floor, including Key Largo, which is shown in the picture. Italian diver Duilio Marcanti commissioned the 8-foot-tall image in 1954 because he wanted to erect a memorial of some kind at the very location where his buddy Dario Gonzatti had perished while diving a few years before. Christ of the Abyss was born as a result. The outcome is somewhat unsettling, particularly when you consider the deity's outstretched arms and upward-facing look. Although the statue was taken out of its watery environment in 2003 for some much-needed restoration, including replacing a hand that a wayward anchor had broken off, the algae and corrosion only served to enhance the look. It's worth diving down 55 feet to take a selfie with Jesus underwater, regardless of whether you think the statue is beautiful or scary. Number 4. Snake Island. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also called Snake Island, is one of the world's most dangerous islands and is situated approximately 90 miles off the coast of São Paulo. According to certain research, there are an average of 1 to 5 golden lancehead vipers per square meter at the site, which is why it got its nickname. The newly isolated snakes became extremely evolved, and extremely frightening, to adjust to their shifting surroundings after sea levels rose around 11,000 years ago, separating Snake Island from the Brazilian mainland. The snakes learned to hunt in the treetops and attack birds from the air because there was no ground-level prey on the island. Additionally, because they were unable to locate the birds and wait for the poison to take effect, their venom evolved to be 5 times more potent than that of their mainland counterparts, allowing them to rapidly kill their victims and melt human flesh. The Brazilian government forbids anyone from ever visiting the island due to their might. Number 3, Jellyfish Lake, Palau. Jellyfish Lake may appear frightening at first appearance, but it's actually one of the most pleasant spots in Palau. Located on Almac Island, this saltwater lake is home to millions of jellyfish that slowly travel across the water each day, following the sun. Tourists can get a pass to visit the island and snorkel with the golden and moon jellies, which are all completely harmless. Number 2, El Ojo, Argentina. El Ojo is a mysterious and abandoned floating island in Argentina's muddy Parana Delta. Its name, which means the eye, derives from the island's stunning resemblance to a completely circular oculus when viewed from above. Since then, El Ojo has been a source of mystery and curiosity, with some people linking it to ancient deities or even unidentified flying objects, UFO, activities. But scientists believe that the island and its lake arose as a result of erosion and water currents because of the river flow beneath it. Number 1, Preit, Ukraine. Preit, Ukraine, is a ghost town near the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, infamous for its eerie, abandoned atmosphere and its status as one of the most haunted places in the world. Established in 1970 to house plant workers and their families, Preit was evacuated in 1986 following the catastrophic nuclear disaster. The town has remained untouched ever since, with crumbling buildings, rusting playgrounds, and eerie remnants of everyday life left frozen in time. Visitors describe a chilling experience of silence and decay, with many believing the spirits of the evacuated residents haunt the area. The desolation, combined with radiation, adds to the town's ominous reputation, making it a popular but eerie destination for dark tourism.